of the 2nd Judicial Circuit Criminal Division is now in session. The Honorable Moises Lopez presiding.
Everyone but the jury may be seated. Mr. Daniel Martinez, please swear.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to affirm that you will truly listen to this case and render a true verdict and a fair sentence as to the defendant?
I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
Prosecution, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to stand Mr. Ernesto Miranda.
Will the witness please stand up?
Please raise your right hand. Push your left hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may be seated.
Mr. Miranda, is it true that you wrote a confession to your crime during the police interrogation?
Yes, I did. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Mr. Miranda, is it true that you are illiterate?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Miranda, at any time during the police interrogation, were you informed about the 5th and 6th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution?
No, I was not informed about any of my constitutional rights except for written confession statement, which I am more unaware of what I truly meant. I have asked for this court to exclude my confession, but it was denied.
You may step down. Defense, you may call your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to stand Mr. Ernesto Miranda.
Will the witness please stand up if you sworn by faith?
Please raise your right hand. Place your left hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may be seated.
Mr. Miranda, during your arrest, did the police at any time read to you the following statement? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in the court of law. If you are illiterate, how could you have known what the confession asked you to do?
I did, but then I couldn't read the confession instructed by the judge.
Correct.
The prosecution may cross-examine the witness.
Mr. Miranda, are you aware of the state of Arizona's laws against kidnapping and rape?
Yes, I am.
You may step down, Sergeant. Both the prosecution and the defense have now rested their cases. The attorneys will now present their final arguments. Please remember, what the attorneys say is not evidence. However, do listen closely. They are intended to aid you in understanding the case. Prosecution, you may begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Members of the jury, today you have heard testimonies about Mr. Ernesto Miranda. I would like to remind you of some important information that you should consider in your decision. These facts include the state of Arizona's penalty for kidnapping and rape, which is under the Arizona Constitution considered a second-class felony. Please find the defendant guilty of charge of kidnapping and rape. Thank you.
Defense, you may proceed with your closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Members of the jury, today you have heard a testimony about the convicted felon Ernesto Miranda. I would like to remind you of some important information that you should consider in your decision. These facts include Mr. Ernesto Miranda has given a confession, but according to the statement he has given, what he stated was due to the fact that Mr. Miranda is illiterate. Yes, that means he is unable to read. So how can you trust that what he stated is the truth when he said what he thought what the paper wanted him to say? Please find my client, Mr. Ernesto Miranda, not guilty. Thank you.
Members of the jury, you have now heard all the testimony concerning this case. It is up to you to determine the facts. You and you alone are the judges of the fact. Once you decide the facts, the evidence proves, you must then apply the law as I give it to you, to the facts as you find them. In just a moment, the bailiff will take you to the jury room to consider the verdict. One of these things you will want to do is to select a foreperson that will preside over your deliberations the way that a chairperson does at the meeting. It will be the fourth person's duty to sign the verdict form when you have agreed on the verdict. Whatever verdict you render must be unanimous. That is, each and every person must agree on the same verdict. The bailiffs will not escort you to the deliberation room.
All rise. With me.
What's your verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please rise?
We, the jury, in the case of the state of Arizona versus Ernesto Miranda, find the defendant guilty of the charge of kidnapping and rape.
Mr. Ernesto Miranda, I hereby sentence you to 20 years in prison for this conviction. Bailiff, please take the defendant into custody. Thank you, Jerry, for your service. The court is now adjourned.
The Supreme Court of the United States of America has ruled in favor of Miranda. The vote was 5-4 in favor. The practical effects of this Supreme Court case ended up being the Miranda rights. He was later convicted and read his rights for the same conviction in his case. The practical effects of this case were the Miranda rights. The Miranda rights are now, whenever you are convicted of doing a crime by the police and you are arrested, you are read your rights. If you are not read these rights, that means that they cannot convict you and you must be set free. The right is mainly when you get arrested, the police must say, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in the court of law. If you do not have attorney, the court or state will provide one for you. The end.